The cartels are not just moving drugs, they are moving money. And increasingly, they are doing it through cryptocurrency because the old routes are getting harder to use. That is the real story here. Not just violence, not just drugs, a financial network built to keep the machine running. For years, the public picture of cartel crime has focused on what people can see: drug shipments, border arrests, and violent clashes. But the bigger engine is the money. Without a way to move profits, hide transactions, and pay the people who make the system work, the whole structure becomes weaker. That is why money laundering is so important. It is not an extra crime on the side. It is the infrastructure. According to the Associated Press, the Justice Department is now targeting cartel money brokers who prosecutors say are increasingly using cryptocurrency to move drug profits from American cities back to cartel leaders in Mexico. Here is the basic pattern. Cash is collected in the United States, often in cities where drug proceeds are being generated. Instead of trying to move all of that money physically across the border, brokers help conceal it. Then the money gets converted or routed through cryptocurrency. Why does that matter? Because crypto can move fast, cross borders quickly, and add a layer of distance between the cash and the people who ultimately benefit from it. That does not make it invisible, but it can make it harder to trace than a stack of bills moving through a traditional smuggling pipeline. The AP report says prosecutors are now going after money brokers rather than only street-level traffickers. That is a strategic shift. If you want to hurt a criminal organization, you do not only arrest the people carrying the product, you go after the people who move the profits. The Justice Department says the cartel networks have adapted under pressure. As law enforcement has cracked down on older laundering methods, the criminals have shifted toward newer ones. That is what makes this story more than just another drug case. It is an arms race. On one side, investigators are improving anti-money laundering coordination. On the other side, cartel networks are changing the way money moves. The AP says the department has integrated narcotics prosecutors with anti-money laundering experts to better target these systems. And the scale is not small. The defendants in the AP story were sent from Mexico to the US for prosecution, and the cases involve alleged money laundering conspiracy charges in federal court. Prosecutors say these brokers oversee the movement of drug proceeds and take a commission along the way. So the criminal model is not just sell drugs, collect cash, disappear. It is more like sell drugs, gather cash, disguise it, convert it, move it, and feed it back into the network. That is how the system survives. The reason this matters is because money laundering is what keeps large criminal organizations alive. If law enforcement can cut off the financial lifelines, it does not instantly end cartel activity, but it does raise costs, slow operations, and expose more of the network. That is why prosecutors are focusing on what they call a choke point. If the money stops moving cleanly, the system starts to strain. In the AP report, a Justice Department official put it plainly: if you cut off the money, you hurt the cartels. That is the heart of the story. Not just that cartels are using crypto. It is that they are using crypto because they are under pressure, and because every laundering method eventually gets harder once investigators understand it. The method changes, the crime evolves, the money still needs a path, and that path is what the Justice Department is trying to close. If you want more stories like this, subscribe to True Crimes Rick